Right now, Shikigami starting off great here in the first point. Still yet to be capped. Envy trying to stall things out. They dropped the Strangling Prison as remix, but that fight seemed over. That seemed like a waste of the prison, if nothing else. And Shikigami cleaning up, powered by the Human Torch, where, by the way, he just leaves. Emma Frost not used to that level of rejection. Meanwhile, speaking of rejection, Shikigami dropping the Meteor M. Does not connect. Shikigami still control the point. Takes down remix. And Shikigami up one here so far. Vanguard's doing well. Melphobia to the back, finds Narrow. The torch continuing to be on fire as Kaluge is eventually swarmed onto the point. Shikigami, a flawless first round. Okay, Shikigami gonna open up here. You got the cloak ult being used. Envy with the invisible boundary. Remix though striking first. Group versus group. Again, Envy up on top, 6-on-5. Melphobia using the force armor. Has the torch ult ready to go. Madian though able to get NK early in the fight, an equalizing shot for Shikigami. The dive now in from Melphobia, so well timed. This may be the best torch play we've seen all day.
And it's so important to watch his right clicks. When his right clicks go out, when he hits the land.
Drop the torch out, a little bit of fire here in the back. Meteor M though, gonna be used in response from Shikigami from downtown. Finds Month, and just like that, the fight's over.
And Scatter Genji has been a master of hitting the absolute fade away in the corner Meteor M's. I feel for Shikigami.
Shikigami now working on the 65. Krasmeg dropping the prison. Is the fall through going to be there? What's Mello looking at right now? Right now, just waiting for the Magneto Meteor M to go. Shikigami though still in a good spot, dropping the Eternal Bond. Torch up in the sky, looking for who to burn. A Madian gang NK. And it's Shikigami now, a little bit more needed. We're in overtime, 99-99, but all the eliminations going their way. Just need a little bit more. Remix back in the fight, Remix out of the fight, and that could be it.
I mean, look at the man advantage. They're about to have another supernova. They're about to have a Meteor M. Sure, I have Agamotto invested, but I think this is going to be a slow loss for Envy, barring a miracle, like an absolute miracle. To mitigate with the bulwarks here as well as the Madian. Our Madian can swap to Moon Knight, which with the buffs, I mean, the bonus health you get is, oh my goodness, Cal gonna get the execute. I think this is a really good comp from Envy to make sure to get the Punisher.
We'll see if Shikigami is able to make it work for now. You got this portal here from Scatter Genji. Send things up. Shikigami rolling on in from the backhand side. They nearly pick off Narrow immediately. However, Remix putting into it, drops Strangling Prison. NK following through right after. And just had enough, drops Meteor M, and no, does not connect. Now, back on the other side, NK looking for a little bit of tank damage right now, chops that tree right down. The aid of Rocket, but here comes Khonshu, and Madian dropping the hand of Khonshu, picks up two. Cal, though, back the other way, takes down one of his own, the BRB, bringing Envy right back in the fight. Battle of power here, much more in Envy's favor here so far, and the balance continuing the
for the BRB, I should say.
Meanwhile, Melphobia, though, the dance kind of big into that. Gets two strategists for one ult. However, the counterfire in here from Cal, not quite over yet, but Envy is looking awfully weak with the healing just thrown into the dirt. Remix right now. We'll see how long Remix can live, and the answer is not long. Taking on down. And Shikigami here in overtime might be stopping Envy here right before the apex. Overtime ticks down, and the stall, it is
for the Europeans in the chat, we are at 63. Danny DeVee. Go ahead.
Kaluge went into back. He went to back, got one, but the fall through from Shikigami far more. The prison is out. And Shikigami looking for the way in. You have the Eternal Bond being used and used on both sides as Shikigami just gets far more from this exchange. Yeah, Cal may be in the sky, but nothing falling as a result. The ult exchange way better for Shikigami here so far.
And I really, really liked how Shikigami.
Who's gonna come out on top? Envy dumping the bank. They have to win this fight. Cal, though, ends up falling. Melphobia getting to the back. Both teams down to Hela. Both dead to Wolverine. 5-on-5. NK right now looking for a little bit more here for Envy. Remix on the ropes. Remix super low. Remix chunked on down as well as Narrow. And Shikigami, they have broken through the blockade. They're gonna take Wall off. Remix not letting them get away. And Envy earning a one-player advantage, but a Madian to the back line. The dance is massive.
I mean, the Psionic Seduction plus the Dance of the Butterfly. And they invested so much to stay alive. NK, though, still up, but gonna commit, but pretty low HP. Ooh. Can they get one? They get one. They might be able to get two.
Yeah, not quite. Dropped real early. Dance of the Butterfly in. NK finding Dinks. 3 down for Shikigami. And Envy connects when they need it most.
For Envy, they can be super aggressive. Use this DOT here.
I think you look to Collusion. Yeah, Collusion immediately opening up with the Psionic Seduction. And who's the problem? It's Krasmang. Krasmang could not resist the charms of Collusion. And now you've gotten rid of that huge threat, that huge control. Now you look to the skies. Get rid of the torch threat if you can. It has to be the goal. Instead, they take down Genji. The front line for Shikigami is decimated. Cal working the back right now. Now to the strategist, finds Ricky before they can get the help. And this is looking surgical right now from Envy Millennium. Most Fate of Both Worlds now in from Nero. Dance of Butterfly from Madian, not getting much done. The payload nearly where it needs to be. The convoy so close. Remix able to take down Dinks. And it's Envy adding pickoff after pickoff. They're nearly there.
I mean, with there's the Psionic Seduction, but it's too late. They have the walls. There's not enough damage on the point. Krasmang tried to do another little cheeky box play there on the group, but it just wasn't going to be enough.
Probably not gonna get Torch in that jet ball. We'll see.
Oh, wait.
Here we go.
Here it comes. He got three. He got three.
He's got three.
He's just has to get out of the ult. He's got to get out of the ult. He's got the bubbles. He has the bubbles. He's got it.
He actually waited.
So he's probably going to be their touch component.
Well, meanwhile, Dance of the Butterfly, NK, easy chopping. He's the chef. You put him on the chopping board and sliced and diced away. But as Puckett
Krasmang can touch.
Jeff ult. Can the Jeff ult work? Jeff, over. Just getting hit with fire.
He's got to live. He's got to live. He's got to live. Krasmang doing his best to stay alive, getting the heals. Gonna go down. The Jeff ult of the Sentry. It has to happen now. It has to happen now if there's ever a chance.
How hungry? Meteor M from Kalush. Can it add some stability? The answer is no.
The Hand of Conchu, though, with the combo. There it is. 3 down off the Strangling Prison. So Shikigami, off that really early.
Genji actually early. Meteor M, as a result of that, looks for it. Nearly gets picked off and does! Month right after, but there's the Prison and Conchu bringing in some justice right over the top. The combo connects. And Envy thrown back. Just dancing, keeping Shikigami nice and healthy. Remix caught down off the Prison from Krasmang, and Shikigami continue the push on forward here. Cal gonna try and slow it down with the Supernova, but the damage is just too severe, Vast.
That's a cap.
Has the Prison ready. Remix not afraid to just pop the Prison, given the right opportunity. Doesn't matter if anything else is available. Melophobia, meanwhile, Supernova good to go. Remix is getting burned down. Remix is looking for a Prison opportunity instead now. Just in the fire from the sky. Prison, though, still got to come down, and Cal is there in the follow-through. Remix finds the right opportunity, and the rest of Envy connect. It's gonna be out here from Ricky. Shikigami trying to take the advantage here. Genji, Meteor M is on. Remix though hanging on to Strangling Prison. The pressure coming on out. Genji again dropped the Meteor M. Remix in on the Prison. The fall through is there. The Prison again, huge. Remix back to back. Great Prisons followed up by Cal with the Supernova. All right, well, it's getting hot in here. Both Torch ults gonna be used, but you gotta favor the defense here in this situation. Envy using it first. Well, they also pop Fate here. And now it's Shikigami coming in at the way later Fate of Both Worlds. Really nice from Ricky. Good self-control. Shikigami with the opportunity. And now look, the Krasmang. The Prison is ready, but Amadian is down. Meteor M strikes. However, they're going to have the Prison. They won't have the fall through they had before. Genji though says, I'll be the fall through. Krasmang ends up with 2. Post-Meteor M. Shikigami still down. Amadian just getting assassinated from Cal in over the top. Krasmang lucky to get away in turn. Galactic Legend gonna be popped here by NK. NK just looking for targets, not really seeing the targets he wanted, and now finds Mello in the back. That's who he wanted the entire time. Gets a pick off away from the Strategist Ultimates. Now diving back, a little bit of Blaster Barrage, a little bit of extra build. Envy up 2 right now in this fight. And Shikigami, they contest. And Cal, he can make this ridiculous super hard. Now you have to walk through the flames. Okay, you're gonna use a Cloak ult, but you had to use a Cloak ult super early. Narrow, gonna get the later Strategist ult here. Envy, working with every advantage in the world. They still have a Cloak ult of their own, ready to go. Krasmang, getting close to Prison. It's got to be a huge Prison to save Shikigami from the situation. You really have to look to the Hela to see if the Hela can make the difference here at the beginning. Kaluja actually getting pummeled. Again, thrown back a little bit. Now the pressure onto Narrow in turn. Envy having to take a few steps back. Remix may be caught. Remix real low right now, but able to stabilize. But it comes at a cost. Month is down as Madian. Gets on the Narrow at the same time. Surgical.
He's gonna live.
Prison v Prison.
Getting up. Yeah, it's 2 Prisons up.
Prison out first from Krasmang. And here comes Conchu. Right on top. Right on time. 2 down immediately, and if you're Envy, you might want to let this one go and play for last contest. They should get 1 more before they end up getting Ricky. So Envy getting enough done here. The Conchu, though, getting dropped here from NK, and it's enough to find Krasmang.
Ricky has to feel so sad. That was a solo Strangling Prison.
The Prison comes on out. And Khonshu dropped right after. Meteor M even thrown into the mix, and they get 2 right away with it. Shikigami, more than enough. Should be .2 heading their way.
Oh no!
It hits the ceiling! But can they recover? Still gets Melophobia anyways, right after.
And also look at Amadian. There's like, my friends, come back. Everyone come back. Like, no one's here. They're gonna commit more. I mean, they're gonna commit the combo here as well. So Envy wanting to just continue into this fight. I mean, they're definitely gonna clean up here.
Prison into the back. The fall through though is not there. Ricky dancing his way over here for Shikigami now. Is Shikigami back to full strength? This Melophobia heads up with 2.
Oh, and the portal. Kazming's made it on back 2, and that means everyone's here. They're on the point. They're getting late staggers. No one Vimini up, and they're in the OT spawns here as well with no ult. Maybe NK can get the head of Khonshu, but they're gonna have to touch. They need to touch the point.
Can they touch the point is the question. And no. With Sentinels in the past. Kalush, can you do it one more time? Hits 2. Melophobia and Krasmang hit by the Eye of Agamotto. The fall through though is not there. Scatter Genji comes on in. Meteor M was looking for a clean pickoff, doesn't happen. Invisible boundary out. Cal going to the skies. Goddess of Death ready to go. The Khonshu prison on deck here for Envy if they need it. And iRemix right now hanging on in. Cal is dropping a long-range Goddess of Death. NK though connecting here with the hand of Khonshu, picks up 2. However, Shikigami ends up with 1 of their own. The BRB bringing 1 back, but Envy, this might be enough here for the second point. All momentum in their favor.
And Cal just up on this high ground too. The Goddess of Death. Look at the split here, ZP. Shikigami, the split here is so important for both these teams to try to not get caught by the combo as Cal trying to force the flank. So much pressure on Cal.
Cal goes down. Envy, do you have any other response here in turn? Kalush, can you be the hero once more? With the Meteor M. Drops on the payload. Doesn't get what he's looking for. Scour Genji. Bigger Meteor M, perhaps. No. Remix, though, goes down. The combo isn't going to come into play here. Envy, having to drop Fate of both worlds. Everything. NK just has to go for the rock Khonshu here. What's it going to do? Drops it here near the payload. Ends up with 1, but it may not be enough. Shikigami has nearly held off Envy. They will be your champions once more. Holding everything back. Envy coming close.